Welcome to Tales for Learners. In this channel, you learn English naturally, while also learning powerful life lessons. Today, we explore one of the most meaningful books ever written. It is called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. This book has inspired millions of people all over the world. It is about surviving pain, finding hope, and creating meaning in life. In this lesson, you will not only understand the deep message of the book, you will also practice English. You will learn new words, new sentences, and powerful phrases. You will improve your mind and your language at the same time. So, sit back, listen carefully, repeat with me when I ask you, and imagine the story. This will not be just English learning. This will be life learning. Lesson 1. The background. Viktor Frankl was a doctor, a psychiatrist. He lived in Austria during World War II. But then, something terrible happened. He and his family were taken away by the Nazis to concentration camps. These were terrible places, where people suffered and many died. In the camp, everything was taken away from him. His home, his clothes, his job, his family, even his freedom. But there was one thing that nobody could take away: his mind, his ability to choose his thoughts. Word practice. Concentration camp. Say it with me. Concentration camp. Word practice. Freedom. Say it with me. Freedom. Frankl noticed something. Some people gave up quickly in the camp. They lost hope, and then they lost life. But others, even in the same painful conditions, survived longer. Why? What was the difference? Phrase: those who have a why can bear any how. Say it with me slowly. Those who have a why can bear any how. It means if you have a reason to live, you can survive any pain. Lesson 2. Finding a why. Frankl saw that the secret to survival was not food or strength or health. It was meaning. If a person had a reason to live, even in suffering, they could go on. For some people, that reason was love. They thought about their family waiting for them. For others, the reason was unfinished work, a dream, a hope for the future. For Frankl himself, it was his desire to teach the world after the war. He wanted to explain what he learned about human strength. Word practice. Meaning. Say it with me. Meaning. Word practice. Hope. Say it with me. Hope. Imagine yourself in a difficult time. What gives you strength to continue? That is your why. That is your meaning. Phrase. Meaning makes us strong. Say it with me. Meaning makes us strong. At the end of this lesson, think for a moment. What is one thing in your life that gives you meaning? Write it down. Remember it. It will give you power, just like it gave power to Viktor Frankl. Lesson 3. The power of choice. Inside the camp, prisoners had no freedom of body. They were told when to wake up, when to eat, when to work, and when to sleep. But Frankl discovered something powerful. They still had freedom of mind. They could choose how to respond to suffering. He noticed this in small actions. Some prisoners shared their last piece of bread. Some tried to encourage others with kind words. Even in pain, they chose kindness. Word practice. Choice. Say it with me. Choice. Word practice. Response. Say it with me. Response. Frankl realized that between pain and reaction there is a small space. In that space we have freedom. We can choose our reaction. That choice gives us power. Phrase. Between stimulus and response there is freedom. Say it slowly with me. Between stimulus and response there is freedom. Even when the world takes away everything, you can still choose your attitude. That is true freedom. Lesson 4. Suffering as meaning. In the camp, suffering was everywhere: cold, hunger, disease, and fear. But Frankl discovered another truth. Suffering itself can become meaningful if you give it meaning. He used an example. Imagine a man who lost his wife. He feels deep pain. But if he thinks, "I suffer so she does not have to," the pain gains meaning. It is not empty. It is a sacrifice. Word practice. Suffering. Say it with me. Suffering. Word practice. Sacrifice. Say it with me. Sacrifice. Frankl believed that life is not about avoiding suffering. It is about finding meaning inside suffering. When we accept pain with purpose, it makes us stronger. Phrase, suffering can have meaning. Say it with me. Suffering can have meaning. So the next time you face difficulty, ask yourself, what meaning can I give this moment? That question can change despair into strength. Lesson 5. Love as power. Frankl often thought of his wife in the camp. He did not know if she was alive or dead, but he imagined her face. He imagined her smile. He imagined her voice. And in those moments, he felt strong again. He learned that love gives life energy. Even in darkness, love creates light. It was not about whether his wife was alive. It was about the love in his own heart. That love made him strong enough to survive. Word practice. Love. Say it with me. Love. Word practice. Memory. Say it with me. Memory. Frankl wrote, "Love is the ultimate and the highest goal to which man can aspire." Repeat this slowly with me. Love is the ultimate and the highest goal to which man can aspire. This means love is not just a feeling. It is power. It gives us strength to survive, to endure, to find meaning. At the end of this lesson, remember someone you love. See their face in your mind. That picture can give you energy when life feels heavy. Lesson 6. Future vision. Frankl noticed that prisoners who survived longest were often those who held a picture of the future. They imagined a time beyond the camp. They saw themselves free. They saw themselves working again, speaking again, teaching again, living again. This vision gave them strength in the present, because when you know a better future is possible, you can survive the pain of today. Word practice. Future. Say it with me. Future. Word practice. Vision. Say it with me. Vision. Frankl himself imagined giving lectures after the war. He saw himself standing in front of students, teaching about meaning. That vision gave him hope to survive another day. Phrase, hold on to the future. Say it with me. Hold on to the future. You can use the same idea in your life. Imagine your own future self. Fluent in English, confident in speaking, successful in your job, happy in your relationships. That vision can give you energy today. Lesson 7. Inner freedom. The guards could control Frankl's body, but not his mind. He realized that real freedom is not outside, but inside. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." Word practice. Attitude. Say it with me. Attitude. Word practice. Freedom. Say it with me. Freedom. This means no matter where you are, no matter what happens, you can choose your inner world. You can choose hope over despair, courage over fear, strength over weakness. Phrase, attitude is freedom. Say it slowly with me. Attitude is freedom. The world may limit your choices, but inside your mind is always free. That is the deepest freedom of all. Lesson 8. Responsibility. Frankl believed that freedom alone is not enough. With freedom comes responsibility. We must use our freedom to live with meaning, not with emptiness. He gave this example. Imagine standing before life, and life asks you, "What will you do with this moment?" Your answer is your responsibility. Word practice, responsibility. Say it with me, responsibility. Word practice, choice. Say it with me, choice. He said that life is not about what we expect from it, but about what it expects from us. Each moment, we are responsible to choose meaning. Phrase. Life asks, you answer. Say it with me. Life asks, you answer. So, ask yourself today, how can I use my freedom with responsibility? Maybe by learning, maybe by helping, maybe by loving. That answer creates meaning. Lesson 9. Work as meaning. Frankl believed that meaningful work is one of the strongest reasons to live. In the camp, he met people who survived because they had something important to finish. A scientist wanted to complete his research. An artist wanted to create again. A parent wanted to guide their children. Work was not just a job. It was a purpose. It was proof that life still had value. Word practice. Work. Say it with me. Work. Word practice. Purpose. Say it with me. Purpose. Frankl himself dreamed of finishing his book. That dream gave him strength. Every morning he told himself, I must survive so I can write. Phrase. Work gives life meaning. Say it with me. Work gives life meaning. Ask yourself, what is the work that gives your life meaning? It does not need to be big. Teaching a child, helping a friend, learning a language. Every act of meaningful work is a reason to continue. Lesson 10. Small acts of kindness. Even in the camp, kindness was possible. A smile, a word of comfort, a piece of bread shared. These moments were small but powerful. Frankl noticed that kindness gave dignity. It reminded people that they were still human, still valuable, still alive. Word practice. Kindness. Say it with me. Kindness. Word practice. Dignity. Say it with me. Dignity. Sometimes the smallest act can carry the biggest meaning. A kind word today might save someone's hope. Phrase. Kindness keeps us human. Say it slowly with me. Kindness keeps us human. Remember, you don't need to be rich or powerful to change the world. You just need to be kind. Lesson 11. The danger of emptiness. Frankl also warned about emptiness. He called it the existential vacuum. This is when life feels empty, without purpose. In modern times, many people feel this. They may have comfort, food, jobs, but still feel no meaning. This emptiness leads to boredom, sadness, even destruction. But meaning fills that vacuum. It gives direction and light. Word practice. Emptiness. Say it with me. Emptiness. Word practice. Meaning. Say it with me. Meaning. Phrase. Meaning fills the vacuum. Say it with me. Meaning fills the vacuum. So if you feel empty, do not escape into distraction. Instead, search for meaning. Ask, how can I serve? How can I love? How can I create? That is how emptiness disappears. Lesson 12. Suffering becomes strength. Frankl taught that suffering is not only pain, it can be transformed into strength. He said, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning. In the camp, those who gave their suffering a purpose were stronger. They said, "I will endure this because it prepares me for my future work. I will endure this because it makes me understand others better." Word practice, suffering. Say it with me, suffering. Word practice, strength. Say it with me, strength. Phrase, suffering becomes strength. Repeat slowly with me. Suffering becomes strength. This does not mean we look for suffering, but when suffering comes, as it comes to all of us, we can decide to give it meaning. That choice can transform pain into power. Lesson 13. Hope for the future. Another great truth, hope is survival. Frankl noticed that prisoners who lost hope often lost their lives. But those who held a picture of the future could survive the darkest night. Hope is not only a dream, it is a seed. It grows inside and it keeps us moving. It whispers, "Tomorrow will be better." Word practice. Hope. Say it with me. Hope. Word practice. Future. Say it with me. Future. Phrase. Hope keeps us alive. Say it with me. Hope keeps us alive. Today, hope might mean believing you can pass an exam, heal from sickness, or find love. Even when the present is painful, the future can give you strength to continue. Lesson 14. Choice creates freedom. Frankl's most famous lesson, everything can be taken from a person except one thing, the freedom to choose one's attitude. In the camp, guards could take food, clothes, health, family, but they could not take away the choice of how to respond. That inner freedom made some prisoners free, even in chains. Word practice, choice. Say it with me, choice. Word practice, freedom. Say it with me, freedom. Phrase, choice creates freedom. Say it slowly with me. Choice creates freedom. This is true for you too. You may not control your circumstances, but you can control your response. That choice is your power. That choice is your freedom. Lesson 15. The power of responsibility. Frankl believed that freedom is not enough. Real meaning comes with responsibility. He said we must act as if we were living for the second time and as if we had made the same mistakes before. This idea changes how we live. Responsibility means asking, what is required of me right now? How can I serve life? Word practice, responsibility. Say it with me. Responsibility. Word practice, duty. Say it with me. Duty. Phrase. Responsibility gives life meaning. Repeat it now. Responsibility gives life meaning. Imagine, if you live today as if you had already lived it once, would you act differently? That sense of responsibility can guide your choices and give them weight. Lesson 16. Love gives meaning. Frankl's most personal lesson is about love. In the camp, when he suffered, he remembered his wife. Even though he did not know if she was alive, thinking of her gave him hope. He realized that love goes beyond presence. Love is the highest goal to which a person can aspire. Even in pain, love can lift us above suffering. Word practice, love. Say it with me, love. Word practice, meaning, say it with me. Meaning phrase. Love gives life meaning. Say it again. Love gives life meaning. Think of someone you love or someone you hope to love. That feeling can give strength to endure, to continue, to grow. Lesson 17. Meaning in small moments. We often think meaning comes from big achievements, but Frankl taught that meaning can also be found in small acts. A kind word, a smile, a small victory. In the camp, a shared piece of bread could be a moment of deep meaning, Even in ordinary life, meaning hides in simple things. A conversation, a sunrise, a book. Word practice, moment. Say it with me. Moment, word practice, meaning. Say it with me. Meaning. Phrase, small moments hold meaning. Repeat it slowly. Small moments hold meaning. When you pay attention, you discover that life is not empty. Each small act of kindness, each small beauty, is a reminder of purpose. Lesson 18. Courage in Suffering. Frankl explained that suffering itself is not meaningful, but the way we respond to it can be. Courage in suffering is a way of finding meaning. When you cannot change your situation, you can still choose your attitude. This choice gives dignity. Even in pain, you can show strength. Word practice. Courage. Say it with me. Courage. Word practice. Strength. Say it with me. Strength. Phrase. Courage turns pain into meaning. Repeat it with me. Courage turns pain into meaning. Think about your own life. When things are difficult, remember that how you respond becomes your story, and that story can inspire others. Lesson 19. Live as if today matters. Frankl asked us to live as if today is the only day that truly counts. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. If you treat each day as important, your choices become clearer. You start to notice the little opportunities to live with purpose. Word practice. Today. Say it with me. Today. Word practice. Choice. Say it with me. Choice. Phrase. Today matters most. Say it again. Today matters most. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine today as your only chance. What would you do differently? This simple shift brings focus and meaning. Lesson 20. The search never ends. Finally, Frankl taught that the search for meaning is lifelong. Meaning is not given once. It changes with time, with age, with challenge. Your task is not to copy someone else's meaning, but to discover your own again and again. This search is what makes life alive. Word practice. Search. Say it with me. Search. Word practice. Life. Say it with me. Life. Phrase. The search for meaning never ends. Repeat it now. The search for meaning never ends. So remember, meaning is not something you wait for. It is something you create. In love, in responsibility, in courage, in the small choices you make every single day. Closing message. You have now walked through 20 lessons inspired by Viktor Frankl. These are not just ideas for the mind. They are tools for life. Use them daily. Practice the words. Repeat the phrases. Imagine the stories. Slowly, you will notice your English improving and your life gaining clarity. This is Tales for Learners. If you found meaning here today, share it with someone you care about. Practice daily and never stop searching for your purpose.